The Little White Bird, penned by Barrie in 1902, unfolds as a whimsical fantasy novel that unveils the very first encounter with Peter Pan within the enchanting backdrop of Kensington Gardens, London, and offers insights into his origins and adventures. The book not only introduces readers to the captivating myths surrounding Peter Pan but also found its way into publication in the United States through Scribner's, initially serialized in Scribner's magazine. Barrie, renowned for his creation of Peter Pan, had a deep personal connection to the tale's inception. He developed a close relationship with the Llewellyn Davies boys during his visits to Kensington Gardens. In the narrative, a bachelor assumes the role of the protagonist, forming a heartfelt bond with a young boy named David, embarking on various escapades across London and the wondrous Kensington Gardens. The central concern of the protagonist is the inevitable passage of time, fearing the day when the boy will grow up and leave him alone, a sentiment that would later inspire Barrie to craft the timeless character of Peter Pan, the boy who never ages. The story commences with the narrator's poignant reflection on his deep desire to be David's father, playfully assuming that role in random scenarios, like encounters in shops or cafes. He takes amusement in David's apprehensions about his mother, Mary, growing older at the age of 26. To transport David to a different time, one when youthfulness prevailed, the narrator shares a tale in which Mary's attraction to a rather dull and uninteresting young man sparks her joy. Although her happiness hinges on feeling desirable to the opposite sex, a fact that troubles the narrator, he earnestly wishes for her well-being. David, curious about his own place in this narrative, seeks an explanation, prompting the narrator to elucidate the mysteries of life by suggesting that children initially emerge as birds in the enchanting realm of Kensington Gardens, only to eventually shed their wings and assume the form of human children. Moreover, he reveals his pivotal role as the matchmaker who initially orchestrated the fateful encounter between Mary and her suitor. The narrator's contemplations lead him to a cynical perspective, suggesting that women like Mary primarily love their husbands for the material comforts they provide, anticipating that her affection will soon shift towards her children as they come into the picture. However, he undergoes a significant change of heart upon discovering Mary and her husband's financial struggles. Unbeknownst to her spouse, she secretly sells her cherished jewelry and precious possessions at the pawnshop to ensure David's well-being. This revelation elicits sympathy from the narrator, who now feels a moral obligation toward her. His profound fascination with Mary compels him to witness her silent struggle, even though he remains powerless to intervene. Deeply troubled by the circumstances and concerned about David's connection to this world of hardship, the narrator longs to raise the boy himself, fully aware of the impossibility of such a scenario. When Mary eventually discerns the narrator's identity as the enigmatic benefactor who anonymously provides gifts and clothing for David, she expresses her gratitude for his kindness. This revelation mortifies him, particularly because he has forged a genuine friendship with Mary's husband and is keen to avoid any perception of inequality in their relationship. Despite these complexities, David's genuine affection for the narrator and the cherished gifts he bestows upon him lead the narrator to prioritize these relationships over his wounded pride. The narrator, deeply lonely and plagued by the belief that others cannot truly love him once they truly know him, finds solace in showering the family with affection through the gifts he offers. It becomes an outlet for the love he yearns to provide to the family he never had. As he delves further into his narrative, the narrator paints a vivid portrait of Kensington Gardens and their pivotal role in the emergence of Peter Pan. He shares the extraordinary tale of David's escape from his home as a mere week-old infant, soaring out of the window and into the embrace of the park. Disenchanted with the trappings of human existence, David longs to return to the embrace of nature. Though devoid of wings, he discovers the power to fly resides within his unwavering self-belief. Yet, within the park's confines, he encounters fairies and encounters a venerable sage named Solomon, who informs him that he no longer belongs to the realm of birds but has not entirely shed his humanity. This revelation shatters his faith, leaving him adrift, unsure of how to navigate his way back home. David's existence in Kensington Gardens takes a poignant turn as he establishes a residence in a secluded corner of the park. Yet, there remains an elusive part of the park, inaccessible to him due to the sole means of entry being flight. This inaccessible realm becomes his personal purgatory, a place where he is both free to be his authentic self without the constraints of adult authority and simultaneously imprisoned by his inability to reach. it. In this secluded haven, David forges connections with the park's avian and animal inhabitants, finding solace and contentment in their companionship. Here, he discovers a sense of happiness and liberation. However, his idyllic existence takes a heartbreaking turn one fateful day when he attempts to return to his former human home, only to discover that the windows are now barred. His mother, Mary, has welcomed a new child into the family, leaving David feeling like a lost soul. In this moment of desolation, he begins to regard the narrator as a father figure. The bond between them deepens, ultimately forming a makeshift family in the heart of Kensington Gardens. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did and be sure to subscribe. Thank you.